Welcome to Boston, Massachusetts, home to the Freedom Trail, the heart of the American Revolution, and we are here to find out who will end their season on a high note as champions of the Fenway Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a team from the American, a squad looking to put on a show, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And he's coming out of the end zone. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Orange offense will take the field, and they have the first possession of this game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys.
Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense set on first down. To throw, it's Petty. Bringing the heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Finds his tight end. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Orange will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Back to pass on second down. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Fires to the tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got his...
Just sashays into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
With the catch, it's Lincoln. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop.
1st and 10.
He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
After the 1st down completion, it's 2nd and short. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. To To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Makes the grab down the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times. And those...
There he goes! Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Petty. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
So now it's second and long. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Looking to throw again. Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kendricks. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Makes the grab. It's Lincoln. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Petty. Makes the catch. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Leaves it with the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Wide open downfield. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The punt team makes its way onto the field. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They bring the punter onto the field now. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Syracuse right back at it. Looking downfield, it's Petty. He's going for it all. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Syracuse. And after the extra point, it's a 1-possession game, down 21-13. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. Got his man. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. And good pickup on that one.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Gonna look downfield again. Working that wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They boot it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Back to throw, it's Petty. Finds the tight end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy that incredibly historic town. What a fun time to be in Boston, and what a fun first half we've had in the Fenway Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
He'll bring it out. It's Kendricks. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you're talking about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're an explosive offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Off the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They go to the ground. Got room to work. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. To the air. It's Petty. They've got the screen set up. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This is a free safety that not only can play in the middle of the field and play center field, but he can lock up man-to-man as well with great coverage. You saw it there.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Finds his man. It's Kendricks. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Quickly out to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Syracuse looked to be in dire straits to start this drive, but now they've got some room to operate. Just keeps slinging it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He'll ride his man on the option. Leaves it with the running back. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Punts it out of the air. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
And these little slots are so fast, and they can stretch the whole field. They make you just sit back on your heels. They make you nervous, really. But then they break those in-breaking routes where it shows his number to the quarterback really quickly and make the play. These slot receivers, they're just so dynamic.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. The inside handoff. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Pocket breaking down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Petty. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way. 46-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Kendricks. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Let's go. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Unloads quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Orange. They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. The give to the tailback. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The RPO, it's complete. Oh, spins away. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive under 2 minutes to play. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now. So take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Tries to do it himself on the draw. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They'll go for it here on 4th and goal. He's looking to pass. And it's in for a touchdown. What a game. What a finish. Came down to one last play, and they get it done.
What a play to show up in that moment of the game and make that type of play. That type of individual effort is just magic, Dan.
No doubt. It's what you dream about, but those moments, you have to step up and make it. And
thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.